Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, as you know, we have partnered recently with FlickFair, FlickFair.com, which is an online streaming service for movies, and also they do basically award series and award shows as well. So today we're actually going to be doing our first interview with one of the first films that we both watched on FlickFair.com, which was called The Door. Which was created by Brian Holman. So we'll be bringing him in just a few minutes to talk about that. But first, we're going to just kind of discuss the film a little bit. Once again, I'm Kier, and this is Jason. And I say we can get right into it, man. So,
yeah,
how you doing today, Jason?
Good. Yeah,
good. I know it's a kind of a busy day, hectic time right now with the holidays upon us and all that good stuff. So,
yep.
but glad to see you're doing good.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, for sure. So let me go ahead and bring in that image here. So this is the film that we found on FlickFair, which is called The Door. It's a short film. It's about a little bit over 10 minutes long. Basically, it's about a group of friends are on a hike. It's an animated feature. They're on a hike and they basically come across this door. And as they walk through the door, they basically come out with a host of different superpowers. Most of them have like 3 different superpowers. So each of them walk through. They can fly. They can see really far. They can hear in far distances and that sort of stuff. And
death rays.
And death rays as well. So yeah, so they got quite a series of different powers and that sort of stuff. So it's definitely very interesting. The animation I thought was really good. So I don't know if Brian did the animation himself, but we'll definitely be asking him some questions about the animation. And that was one of the reasons why I first noticed this one. It actually, when you go onto the FlickFair website, it's like one of the first films that pops up. So when you go on there, it was like one of the ones I kept seeing every time I went on there. And so I said, well, let me check this one out. It looks interesting. Didn't know what it was about. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. So, what did you think of the animation?
Oh yeah, it was good. I thought especially the detail, the facial details were great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's a quick watch. Like I said, it's only 10 minutes long, but definitely, I could definitely see, and I know, I think he had some challenges making the film due to the COVID situation as well. And so those are some of the questions that we're going to be talking to him about today also. So, Well, I say we don't waste any more time and just kind of bring him in so we can talk with him a little bit more about his film, The Door. So in just a few moments, we'll be bringing in Brian Holman and get his take and get his insight as well. So give me 1 second here. And there he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing today, Brian?
Doing all right. Yourself?
Good, man. So how are things going for you during this crazy time and crazy pandemic and all that good stuff?
The best that we can do. We've been fortunate, blessed, and just staying safe. So, just the best that we can do. Definitely gotten closer though.
Yeah, for sure. So what area are you? I know you're in California. Where are you located?
I'm out in Pleasanton.
Okay. And then there was I believe 6 of you guys in the film.
Yeah.
Are they all located in Pleasanton as well then, or?
No, we have one person, she's in Baltimore, another one in Indiana, someone in Wisconsin and Chicago. My wife and I were only ones here in California.
Got it. So were these like all like family members or just friends or?
Yeah, siblings, all of my siblings.
Okay.
Well, not all of them, some of them.
Well, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. So I just had a couple quick questions for you, just in regards to the film itself. So okay. I guess just overall, what was your inspiration for the film?
So a funny thing, my wife had showed me this picture that she had found. Like, you have different like memes online. And so it was this door, this weird, creepy looking door in the middle of a forest. So siblings, we have a group text and I sent it out there asking like, who would walk through this? A whole bunch of crazy responses. And that's where the idea kind of came from. And it just took it from there.
Okay. Was this your first film that you've done, or have you done other projects in the past? Or
actually, this is my second one. This is something I picked up about a year ago, and after doing the first one, it was a mobile short film competition. I won like in the recognition category. It was just like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. let's see what else we can do with it. And here we are.
Well, good. Well, good. Well, good. So how long did it take you? What was the process? How long did it take to actually make the film and get it uploaded and all that good stuff?
So it took almost like a little bit over 3 weeks. What I did was I sent everyone their lines, and they just read their lines. I told them read it 3 times, record it, send it back to me. From there, I kind of just did the editing, copy, cut, copy, put it where it needed to go, and Upworks. Upwork is. Are you guys familiar with Upwork?
I've heard, no, not too. I think I heard of it just on the film. I think it was, yeah.
Well, you can hire freelancers around the world. So from there, I found a guy that did animation and another guy that did sound. I contracted them to kind of help pull it all together and have a final product.
Cool, cool. So I know that you have it distributed like on FlickFair and that sort of stuff. Were there other avenues that you've gotten your film or media out to, or?
We've been in, I think, maybe 17 different festivals so far. I think we have about 10 of them that are still pending. We won all the laughs, and I think we're in the quarterfinals for a couple of the other ones. I can't think off the top of my head right now, but definitely been getting a lot of positive reviews, which has been encouraging. And so it makes me look forward to the future projects.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know, Jason, I think you had a couple questions as well.
Oh yeah. So you wrote everybody's dialogue, but they didn't know each other's dialogue. Isn't that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. So it was kind of almost like a game of telephone. Almost, it sounds like. Yeah. Like
a little bit.
Yeah. Without the context, I'm sure they were wondering what they were talking about some of the time.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you got coming up next?
Actually, a couple of different things in the pipeline, but the next piece is a little bit more serious. It's animation, and I wanted to kind of still stick with animation because with COVID, it just made it easier.
Mm-hmm.
You have so many different options now. And so, this is a little bit more of message based. And you think about the climate that we're in, everything going on, and just kind of want to stay true to that and operate in that space. So that's all I want to say on it so far without giving it away, because obviously it's a short.
Right. Definitely.
But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now currently.
Definitely. Have you thought about maybe possibly, I know with COVID it's a little difficult, but maybe actually doing like feature length films, or doing like with camera work and that sort of stuff? Or
definitely. I've actually been now looking at different groups, different classes I can take to just kind of get a better understanding on things. Because like I said, I've been doing this now just a year.
Right.
So, I am under what an infant would be, so to speak, but I'm enjoying it. So I definitely want to learn more, and I'm definitely willing to work with people to learn more.
Definitely. I know you did kind of the script and that sort of stuff, but you had somebody basically that you hired out to do all of the animation for the most part. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. So like for the storyboarding and everything, I worked with the guy because I didn't understand how storyboarding worked, and so it was more of I paid him to tutor me that piece. And so after getting that, speaking with the animation guy, letting him know exactly what it was that I wanted, how the characters, I'm glad you guys brought up the facial expressions. That part was so important. But it literally helped get the project and take it to a whole nother level past completion for me.
Cool. I don't know anything about that process. I'm familiar with like storyboarding and that sort of thing, just from the projects when Jason and I, we went to college together, and so we actually used to do little short films and things of that nature. So we learned a little bit about that just with our background in communications and that sort of stuff. And so we used to do little projects and things of that. We're talking 20 years ago now. It's almost
it doesn't matter. You have the skill. I have to hit you guys up with some of that information.
The technology is a lot.
Yeah, we had the giant VHS camcorder with the full-size VHS tape in it and everything. So
but I'm sure that you guys still have a firm understanding of it, what some things should look like. Right. So I definitely would probably want to get some information from you guys.
Yeah. Our technology was 20 years old. We definitely aren't as advanced as some of the people today, or the animation you guys did was really, really good. And we've seen a couple different animated products, and I was really just blown away by by how awesome the visual was. So I don't, not to get into pricing, but is it pricey to contract somebody out for that type of service to get like
So
visuals?
I mean,
For
and
anybody
not
that
to
might be
sound
watching, might be interested in getting into it. You don't have to give us a dollar figure or nothing like that, but is
no,
it
no, and I don't mind, but not to sound like an exploitist, but Upworks makes it very easy for you to go anywhere in the world and get the same talent that you would possibly get here, but at a fraction of the cost.
Got it.
And so I mean,
Got it.
it's the name of the game, unfortunately. So this film, just that 10 minutes, I mean, it easily could have been something that was about 10 to 15,000. We got it for, I would say, about close to 30% of that cost.
Got it. Got it. Well, that's cool. Yeah.
So I mean, there was no
like I said, I
complaints there
have
for
no,
us.
I have no clue what what the cost looks like for going out and finding somebody that actually can do that work for you. And I've looked into different guys just for not so much for in that aspect, maybe like a commercial setting for our channel or our show, or maybe like a header or something like that. So I do know you can hire people to do that kind of stuff. Those are areas that you're not that well versed into. I'm getting better with editing and that sort of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that we still need to learn, that we're still learning as well. So I understand that it's good to because you're learning as the process goes, how they're doing it and that kind of stuff. So eventually maybe you could just do it on your own on your next project.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not the animation. I mean, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, that's another animal. Yeah, you got to be able to
that's one of
draw
those ones that I would probably always hire.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Were there any additional questions that you had, Jason, or?
Not so much a question, but I'm glad you brought up the filmmaking that we did back in college, because one of the first things I thought of when I watched this movie is that Kiara and I made a film about like a magical doorway.
We did, about a portal. Yeah. We actually made a film about a portal where basically I was I went through like a portal that was in I was living in an apartment at the time, and so I went through like basically this portal that was at what time was it?
Door.
It was like my bedroom door, and when I went into it, it took me to like another place. Sometimes it took me like on our campus for school that we were in, and then there was like a wormhole. There were like people that were like trying to like chase me and that sort of stuff, trying to catch me. So I was like running from them, and I was jumping back and forth through portals and things of that nature. So it was fun. So it was kind of similar in that same vein. So when I saw the door, that was one of the reasons why I was kind of curious to see what that was about, to see if it had any similarities to that, and it does have some similarities to that project that we did also. So.
Well, I mean, we could chalk it up to the 80s, because we had a lot of crazy movies like that. One that jumps out of mind when you said that was The Gate. I'm not sure if you guys remember that with all the little monsters.
I know that Jason's a big fan of that one for sure.
I've watched that movie 50 times probably. It was one of my favorites growing up. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Man, I love that movie.
Yeah. What are some of your other favorites? What are like some of your influences?
Definitely Dean Koontz, just some of like the stuff. I mean, it's not any of the movies that have been made, more of the books. When you just kind of think of the connection of this really can happen, versus them coming up with a serum that would enhance you or something like that. Just some of the natural things. That's one of the things I loved about Dean Koontz. Stephen King is another one, and Jordan Peele. That guy's he's killing it, and he definitely has some ideas that you're like, wow, I would have never thought of that.
No, absolutely. So I know you're kind of working on a project that's kind of under wraps, so I don't want to get too much into that. But I guess with that said, what are some of the other projects that you kind of foresee yourself doing, maybe in the future that you might be interested in tackling or taking on?
Well, I want to stick with animation, but I want to do it in a different format. I want to do it where we are doing serious adult content, so to speak, but making sure that you have the right animation to express it, so it's not like your whole Aqua Teen Hunger Force or The Simpsons or anything like that, but something where you can really believe it's something that can elicit a reaction from you. So that's what I'm looking to work on going forward, but in the animation realm.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, well, hopefully, down in the future, as you continue to, hone in your skills and that sort of stuff, you get more exposure and, maybe you can even bring in some more actors and that sort of stuff. But, so how, um,
Definitely.
so, obviously Flick Fair is kind of a film festival as well. So, and I know you said that you had or in contention for that. What's that process like going to like film festivals and submitting it, especially for something that's online right now? So how's that experience been for you overall?
So for me, it's been a great experience, and it's been great, or it's been enhanced by the fact, I hate to say this, because of COVID and everything being at home. So for somebody new, having to try to travel to all of these film festivals to learn, I mean, obviously, economically, that probably wouldn't even make sense to be possible. But it's almost a way to kind of ease into it. So it's been great in that sense, and my experience with the film festivals have been, awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely a great format with Film Freeway has.
Yeah, and not to plug Film Freeway, but I've been on there a few times as well, and seen that there's a lot of different there's so many different festivals. I mean, there's even festivals for people to do what we do in terms of movie reviews and that sort of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and web series and animated series, and I've actually submitted us to a few ones as well. So it's a really good like one-stop shop, where you can go in and search for things that are in your niche market. Obviously, the prices vary as well, also, but for the most part, it's not too bad considering how much money you would have spent hiring animators and that sort of stuff. So
Yes.
I think the pricing's not too bad. I've seen a lot of them that are, obviously, under $100 and that sort of stuff. So, you can submit to a festival for relatively cheap, which is going to get you more exposure at the very least.
Right.
Get your names in front of, people that are in the industry. And then, maybe you can get some contacts and some connections from that standpoint as well. So, I mean, that's actually how we partnered through FlickFair. Actually, was that
Wow.
we had they came across us through another film festival through Freeway as well. So yeah, so definitely a great avenue that anybody could take, I think. So
Man, that's an understatement. I'm actually now entered into the Tribeca Film Festival, and it's for the film I told you guys has a little bit more serious content to it. It's
okay,
in the animation realm, and I'm blew my mind out for a second, but the title is Poking the Bear. I can at least tell them the title.
poking
It's
the
not done
bear.
under wraps. But yeah, just seeing that that's accessible, something like that you hear about like Sundance, Tribeca, or Cannes, and you're like, I'm on this site. I can actually participate in something this big, something this major.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't I want to learn it? Why
yeah.
wouldn't I
No,
want to hone this craft and do great projects and produce awesome content?
no, I agree. I mean, I would definitely urge anybody that's interested in filmmaking, or whether you have a web series, or whether whatever it is that you're doing,
Yes.
animation or whatever case may be, to look at those avenues, because like you said, it's kind of the best way for marketing yourself as well, and that's what I feel like. I
Hmm.
feel like it's kind of paid marketing in a sense, because you're getting your information, you're getting your product in front of decision makers, and then if you end up winning an award, that just gives you more
Yes.
clout and more prestige as well, to say that hey, we took home the first place prize for this award show and that sort of stuff. So no, I completely understand getting your information out there and getting that avenue, and like I said, and hopefully you can connect with somebody, and maybe they got some ideas for you for another project or something of that nature. So
Well, we'll see what the future holds.
yeah,
We'll see.
absolutely. Well, was there anything else you wanted to add, just in terms of about yourself, or about your any upcoming projects or anything like that? Or
No, I think I've hit off on the projects, but I want to say thank you to you guys for having me on. This is the first podcast that I've ever done.
oh, okay.
I was actually texting people like, "Hey, have anybody ever done a podcast? Am I supposed to dress a certain way or sit a certain way?" So
No.
thank you.
Yeah, sorry. I usually am a little bit better
You
about
guys
just
have definitely
explaining
helped
it.
ease me into
No, I'm
it.
usually a little bit better about explaining, that just come in, be yourself, and that sort of stuff. But it was kind of short notice, because, like I said, we just partnered with FlickFair in the last week or so. And
Okay.
the people behind the scenes, they definitely wanted to start getting some projects out there, and so I said, well, let me see what's on your site real quick, and it's a pretty vast site as well. So definitely, there's a lot of different films. Obviously, The Door's on there, so you definitely go check that out on there.
Yeah.
But there's there's a host of different films, you know, ranging from as low as like just a minute long all the way up to feature length films for like an hour and a half long. So
Yeah.
but your film shows up on the main page, so so it's pretty easy to, you know, access for anybody that logs into FlickFair. They can find you pretty quickly. So
Which is a nice tag, and I definitely appreciate it. So thank you,
yeah.
FlickFair.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Well, like I said, we're gonna, you know, were there any other questions you had, Jason, or anything else you wanted to add, or?
I had one other question, because I'm really
Mhm.
interested in the way that you shot this and how your siblings didn't know what the others were going to say. When
Okay.
they saw the finished product, how all these lines fit together, what did they think?
I got a whole bunch of those text messages with the head blown away. Nobody thought one of my sisters didn't believe it was her voice. The whole getting the sound and in the background, it was some crazy and colorful responses, but it was awesome, and I was just happy with the responses, period. And I was definitely grateful for their participation, because without them, I mean, we wouldn't have had it.
Nice.
Well, awesome. Well, awesome. Well, we definitely thank you for taking time today just to kind of chat with us for a little bit. Like I said, we definitely look forward to, you know, any of your future projects. Obviously, we know that you're working on one right now. You know, whenever that's all completed and you can put that in wraps, you're more than welcome to, you know, email us at you know, at our email address, and we'll take a look at that film
Okay.
as well. And, you know, who knows, maybe we'll have you back on the show again. So,
Awesome. Thank you.
yeah,
You.
yeah.
Well, you guys stay safe, and happy holidays.
Same to
You
you.
too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
All
Bye-bye.
right. All right. Bye.
Thanks.
Cool. So that concludes our interview with Brian. The Door. Like I said, you definitely go to flickfair.com and check that film out. Like I said, it's about 10 minutes long. As always, if you like the channel, we ask that you like, subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification, and we'll be back again soon. Obviously, we'll be doing more reviews for FlickFair. We'll also, you know, check us out on our YouTube channel and all of our social media, as well as we continue to interview directors and watch other series of films as well. We thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back again soon with another show.